Hey guys, how are you?
Hey, good. How you doing?
Doing good. Do you feel shamed, Zach? They look at us with pity with our e-bikes.
They're climbing up your trails,
Then some
snatching your
e-bike.
palms up.
And some fool on an e-bike.
Oh, you are dumb. We're gonna find you.
Hide your kids, hide your comb.
We'll have a very trainy train down Levitate in boost mode. Oh, dude, it's totally smooth too. Woo! Where? That was a little scary because it's all grassy on the sides. Whoa! Dude, these things are crazy. It's crazy because you still get a good workout. My heart rate's over 150. All right, so if you haven't realized by now, we're riding e-bikes today. And I must say, this is pretty incredible. I've only ever ridden 2 other e-bikes before, but I never actually went out and rode them on trails. I just rode my buddy's dad's out in the neighborhood of his front yard for a couple minutes. And then last fall, Doug, the guy in the black there, that's Zach's dad, he had a Cannondale e-bike last year. Cannondale Moterra, I guess. Anyway, I rode that around on a trail for, like I said, 4 or 5 minutes is all. All 5 of us have the Pivot Shuttles today. Doug owns a Pivot Shuttle, he bought one. And then Matt Webster, up there at the black backpack, he's got one as well that they purchased. Sam, Zach, and me are all on demos. And Zach's on the blue one there, which is the European model. Oh, and another thing I wanted to mention is you can ride this, it comes, all the ones I've ever seen are 27.5 plus tires. Matt has 29er carbon wheels on his. Last thing I'm going to mention while we're climbing is Doug bought his because he rides every day. He rides his other bikes every single day. I think he rides 6 days a week. And, he needs recovery days. And so when we're riding a big group, if he's on 3 or 4 or 5 hard days in a row, he needs to recover, but the group's still kind of hammering it. This allows him to get that recovery ride in. That was kind of the purpose for him to purchase this bike. Matt, on the other hand, his was more about time. Those are the 2 people I see buying it. Dudes who just can't get out, don't have the time and don't have the energy to go out and do it, or dudes who are biking all the time and just need a recovery day. Okay, I must say, climbing on this thing is pretty incredible. I feel like I keep saying that a lot, but you still get a workout. Well, my heart rate's kind of been in the 130, 135. Usually on my rides, my heart rate's in the 145, 150 on days where I'm trying to go easy, and 160, 170 when I'm kind of pushing it hard. But man, in terms of like building fitness, I think you can still build fitness on an e-bike, which I cannot believe I'm saying that. Man, these are just unreal. If you even wondered what these things feel like, just go demo one. It will blow your mind. It's, my heart rate's at 139 now, 140. So you can just go further. You can still put in a similar effort. And honestly, if we just went fast, I put in a big effort, in terms of fitness and heart rate. There is a layer of controversy that I haven't really touched on yet surrounding e-bikes and trail use, and I'm not going to get into a whole lot of that. I don't really care as long as people are being safe. On single track on an e-bike going uphill on a multi-use trail, I think you're wise to not go too fast just because downhill traffic on a multi-use trail are not expecting a uphill biker to be hauling butt, and in as much as they should and will yield to uphill traffic, it's difficult if they're going 20 miles an hour. So again, not going to go into the controversy of e-bikes much more than that. It's just, if you're riding an e-bike, be responsible, have some wisdom in your ride, and you know, be considerate of others. Outside of that, man, go have a fetching fun day, man. These things are rad. Seriously, I've just been laughing the entire time I've been riding this thing. It's just crazy how this e-bike feels almost exactly like a normal bike, just heavier. Like super supple and plush, and I mean, it feels kind of like a Mach 5.5, just heavier. Because when you pedal, you feel like there's like a lot of power there. You kind of feel like you should be able to have power when you're coasting, but it's not there unless you pedal. I don't know if that makes sense, but when you get on the pedals, you can feel the power pick up. Oh, that's what I'm feeling. Okay, so the power, I just looked down at my speedometer. I'm going 24 miles an hour, and so there is no power. The power cuts out at 19 miles per hour on this bike. That's what I'm feeling. Because I feel like this nice sensation of power when I pedal, but then all of a sudden it cut off. And I was like, man, what's going on here? But I forgot. So the power cuts out at 19 miles an hour. So on a lot of these downhill sections, you're just not gonna have any assistance. Interesting. Woo! Nice little double there. Oh, Doug was right. I can't keep up with him. Let's see if we can catch him here. Oh, it keeps slipping in that bottom gear. Nice. Oh yeah, those are some good doubles. There he is. There you are, Doug. So under all this speed right here, you're just under your own power because you're going over 20 miles an hour. And then coming out of these turns though, you got that assistance. That is just so cool. I'm dusty today. Need some rain. Okay, there, back on my own power there. Gotta get used to that. Man, you just come out of the corners so fast with that pedal assist. That is cool. Man, I've got to say, this is about as much fun as I've ever had on a bike. It is just unreal. Like, so there's off, which is just pedaling like a normal bike, and then the next step up is eco, and then trail, and then boost, and it's just different levels of pedal assistance, of power. The Pivot Shuttle has this Shimano, I believe it's the E8000 battery. I am an hour and 15 minutes into my ride. I've used my second bar out of 5 bars, and I've been on boost and trail almost the entire time. I demoed this from Salt Cycles here in Sandy, Utah. So if you're local, you know, go in and check it out. They actually have shuttle demo bikes on the floor. You can go into Salt Cycles, say, Chris, I want to demo the shuttle, and out you go. And look, if you're a sales guy, for anybody out there selling these, pay attention right now. All you need to do is get people on this bike. Like, once people experience what this is like, their mind will be blown. And anyone who wants to get a second bike for recovery days, I mean, this would be an incredible way to have a recovery day, which is so good for helping your fitness, so you can push it harder on the hard days. Then anyone who doesn't have good fitness or health problems or whatever, I mean, I think of my own dad who's 64 years old. He could come out and ride with me. He would otherwise not be able to keep up with me. And this would be an incredible opportunity for him to get out on the trail and see the trail with me. I actually think it's more fun on the e-bike because you usually overshoot these a little bit. I think this little bit heavier bike doesn't get off the ground quite as well. Plus those plus tires are like super cushy. I should probably mention I have 14 pounds of pressure in that front tire and 17 pounds of pressure in the rear tire. I weigh 140 pounds, but you'll just have to mess with it and see what's best for you. Oh boy. Dude, it just feels just like a mountain bike. I don't know why I keep saying that. I don't know why I thought it would be anything other than that. Whoa. You. Whoa. Oh man, kind of landed the flat on that one. You. Dude, that is so freaking fun. Oh man, that is a good time. Yeah. Levitate on the e-bike in boost mode. Well guys, if you haven't ridden one, just go ride one.
I think these might be faster on that trail.
Dude, that's more fun.
I think it's faster, but I am telling you, smoother. This bike is so much better than anything I've ridden.
Oh,
It's better than my Rayon.
it's better than the Rayon, huh?
And you know what? That has nothing to do with the motor, because that trail, like,
No,
I
it's
really
just
didn't.
the
I
suspension.
did not pedal on that trail at all.
The
Not once.
suspension is amazing.
Oh man, that was so fun. I cannot believe how well this bike rides.
This bike's awesome on that kind of trail.
Dude, I didn't think it was gonna ride like a mountain bike, and I don't know why. I just assumed that it would be different than a mountain bike.
You think it would just be a big lug and tank style down the
Yeah,
road?
because it's heavy. It's what, 44 pounds, right?
Yeah.
Dude, that is so awesome. Because we're an e-bike gang, here to steal your comms. Uphill and downhill. That's what e-bike gangs do. Stealing all your Strava comms. Man, I just cannot believe how much like a normal mountain bike this feels like. It's just totally, I wish you guys could see this terrain too. It's all rocky and rooted out, and the bike handles like perfectly fine. It's incredible. Oh boy. The biggest things you noticed riding this e-bike is it feels like a normal bike descending the whole time pretty much, but you come out of corners like 2 pedal strokes and you've got power. Like a lot of power coming out of those turns. It's crazy. In terms of like stability, it's probably more stable descending at speed than the Mach 5.5. I don't know if it's because it's a heavier bike. I haven't looked at the numbers long enough to know for sure. It's maybe a little bit longer bike, but it's really stable and composed and plush descending. This is pretty rowdy, high-speed stuff. Maybe it's the plus tires a little bit, I don't know. A lot of factors, probably. And like, I always kind of thought like e-bikes would be good for like just people like my dad, 64-year-old, so they can get out on the trail. Like, I don't think that's for sure not the only segment of buyers on e-bikes. Like, this is a lot of fun. There's just no doubt about it. And they're easy to ride too. That's another thing to think about. You got a flat tire?
Yep. You got air?
Oh no. Where you going?
E-bikes get flats too, huh? All right. We just got Zach's flat tire fix. We're back in the business now. Whoop. It just feels just like a mountain bike. Another thing I forgot to mention is the drivetrain on this bike is electric also, so Shimano Di2. Of course, you can look that up on the specs online. Oops. Mine on that lower cog is skipping a little bit. Needs a little tune-up. Yeah. If you've always wondered about e-bikes but you've never ridden one, there's no throttle. You still have to pedal it. It's a pedal assist is what it is. And it's really nice. You can go out and get the same type of workout you normally get on your bike and just go, maybe like twice as far. Or you can have a recovery day and take it easy.
He's gonna start talking about
You gotta start better gang.
Okay, you got the hold. Just hold this. Just hold that. But when you start this thing up,
We're all riding e-bikes today.
just turn it off by pressing right there. And you can't have your feet on the pedals or it'll pull an air, a torque sensor air. So don't put your foot on the pedals. Just even if you're sitting on the bike, you can be sitting on the bike, right, Sam? And just hit the button once. It's calibrating, it's on, we're ready to go. That's it, right, Sam?
There you go.
Okay, sweet, man. Thanks.
Salt cycles. Show his demo fleet.